When the lion roar, Princess draw near. And the Rastaman voice them want hear when the lion is I. Ras Negosai representing for the lion voice. Yeah man, log in and subscribe and all the vibes. Let this content be the content of choice. Lion voice. Arr.
The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Ras Tafari, live it. Hey, the lion's voice, Ras Tafari.
So yeah, man, coming up in that community, in that time, like the late 90s, even in the music, the cultural music was very pervasive that we get to see even that, like Ras Tafari artists were signing major company recording deals, like with Def Jam and these companies, like Capleton and so forward. And why and I did see on the ground the influence with even people in the community that with like ones we'll know that were like youngsters or Badman as we would have it. We see them nuts up and turn peaceful man and everybody respect them and so on. They'll be like mystic it's like, the vibration was heavier, in my teenage years,
Yes.
the late 90s.
The year is 1892, and the land of Ethiopia has been experiencing 4 years of terrible famine and drought. They call it the Kikuken, or the evil days. At least 1/3 of the human population and 90% of the cattle have died. The hyenas have feasted on so many carcasses that they have become overweight and barely able to move. Just when the people could take no more of the evil days, a woman named Wasiro Yeshimabet is giving birth in a place called Ergersa Gora. This is her 9th attempt to bring forth new life. Her previous 8 attempts only resulted in death. Will this child live? Thankfully, a healthy baby boy is born. His first cries are drowned by thunder and lightning flashes across the night sky. The heavens open up and torrential rain starts to fall. Ethiopia's drought is over, and the baby boy is given the name Tafari, meaning one to be feared or respected. Lich Tafari's father, Ras Tafari, is a very important man in 1892 Ethiopia. Although he is overjoyed at the birth of his newborn son, he cannot spend much time with him. Ras Tafari is the governor of Harar and must get back to the famous walled city to deal with its affairs. Furthermore, he is the foreign minister of Ethiopia, and having traveled to different places in Europe, he is very aware of the material and military advances they have made and the looming threats they pose to his country. Ras Tafari knows that the majority of Ethiopians have no idea what is coming, and that he has to work that much harder to secure the realm. Lich Tafari would grow up to become the legendary emperor, Haile Selassie I. To understand his journey, we must first understand the Ethiopia that he was inheriting, and what it was like when he was born in 1892. Get your copy of Kwesi Bansu's book, Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1, The Rise of the Priestly Warrior Kings, and increase your knowledge about the history, politics, and culture of Ethiopia in 1892, and how it connects to the rest of African and world history at the time. Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1 is available for purchase at www.bookmanexpress.pub. Please visit for more information.
I'm getting ready to introduce this one. You're sweet. I tell the I family, the brethren is such a true creative, you know what I mean, in all sense of the word, multi-talented. I learned about the brethren first because he was doing the remixes of popular hip-hop songs, and a brethren, Senai, the video, you know what I mean? And I was playing it. I just tell the brethren that the song used to run in my house and repeat because my little daughter used to love the song. And we used to play I'm a Rasta man. You know, me make the brethren have to go do a acapella or something, but you know what I mean? The thing was so mighty, and then the brethren catalog or lion log is extensive. But when you see the brethren artwork, and we're going to look at some of the pieces, we're going to bring them up on the screen and have the brethren explain some of them. You're going to see this brethren, it's a heights, you know what I mean? He also shoots and edits his own videos. Did I mention that part there? Trust me, is miraculous. So, Lion Pride, help I to give a warm welcome to Ras Ily Culcha. Ily.
Greetings, brother. I give thanks. It's a pleasure to be here. Greeting, brother Kwasi.
Yes,
Greetings to you and your audience. The whole Lion Pride.
you see it. And the I have to have the I own audience. You call them or you want to call them. But this is one of the things that I really trying to bring to I and I family is building these communities, these ecosystems around creatives. And the I King is a perfect one for this model because you have so many facets of the I self. But before we get into the facets, I want the I to jump into the Lion Talk time machine and make we take a iritical trip down to the place of the I birth, where the I trod into the physical manifestation and give us the I journey to far I, you know?
Yes, sir. Give thanks and praise. Iman is a young brethren that is in a long journey. Iman is one of them brethren that, sight up Rastafari from my teenage years. Iman is born in Brooklyn, New York, and I would say Old York. Of parentage, my father is from Jamaica, my mother's from Trinidad. And it's of a such community as such, in Brooklyn, it's really synonymous with that Caribbean culture. It's a whole mixture, but one from all over the islands. And, it has that influence, so yeah, man, coming up in that community, in that time, like the late 90s, when even in the music, the cultural music was very pervasive that we get to see even that, like Ras Tafari artists were signing major company recording deals, like with Def Jam and these companies, like Capleton and so forward. And, why and I did see on the ground the influence with even people in the community that were like ones we'll know that were like youngsters or Badman, as we would have it. We see them nuts up and turn peaceful man, and everybody respect them and so on. They'll be like mystic, it's like, the vibration was heavy, in my teenage years,
Yes.
the late 90s.
Okay, I was just going to ask the I. So what year was the I born?
Iman was born in 1982.
Okay, so there's a little bit younger than I am, a 77 edition. So the I come a little bit after I, but the I is the same generation pretty much.
Sides, and I be a witness, and I was inclined to such, so, that started like that kind of spark, when the search just, it's like a wormhole.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
So where did I go to high school? Because we have Brooklyn Lion Pride, them other one, or where people like them information there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a virgin. I went to Tilden High School. That's also in the East Flatbush area too. You know what I mean?
So what was the vibes like? It was a Caribbean vibe at the high school.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? It was a Caribbean vibe. It was, a black cultural high school. It's like a majority of the students, it would be in extracurricular activities, so that a lot of students would be going home till nighttime. It was very like communal and so forward, So it was, yeah, man. It was
So
a good vibe,
it was
you
a
know.
school for the arts, is what they are saying.
Yes, I was school for art
Okay.
and law likewise.
Okay, because this is what I want to get into, because I think we need these type of institutions for Rastafari, because almost every Ras I meet, brethren and sisters, are creative in some kind of way, and we don't have an institution where we foster these things. So this was like a Juilliard type of vibration.
Similar, not specifically towards art, but it had its special programs in art
Okay,
and so forward. Where Iman will be in special arts program and so forward.
okay, because yeah, your thy art is not no simple art at all. It's really high level art that the eye is doing. So when was the first time that the eye really sight Haile Selassie now? Treading, yes, your parents are from the Caribbean, but that doesn't mean that Rastafari is going to be predominant in the household, And in fact, a
Uh,
lot of Caribbean homes, people don't realize are anti Rastafari, especially from our parents' generation. So take us to when were your first conscious in Brooklyn of Haile Selassie, and what made they gravitate?
yes, it's all same within the messaging in the music likewise. Because Iman personally grew up in a Christian home. My mother, every Sunday had to be in the church. I had to comb out your head and thing. I was always a twine up youth. Yeah. So it was as such, and inclining and just hearing the message. I man, hearing Selassie, I live it every time.
Aye.
And my brother says, "Is Haile Selassie the first?" I'm like, huh? And so, the wormhole, it started to incline, start to search. And, and in my searching in the community, as we see Rastafari popping up, there were also Rastafari independent businesses,
Okay.
usually where you see the red, gold, and green flying, it'll be a Rastafari business. And I buck upon one of them I King vibes, wherein ones were selling books and banners and everything associated with Rastafari. And, my thirst began to get quenched in these locations.
Talk about New York City in those days, because I don't think people around the world realize, when you talk about independent Rastafari businesses, there were Rastas that were owning taxi cab companies, there were Rastas that were owning buildings, there were Rastas with stores. Talk about the environment with Rastafari and business in New York City. What was that like in the late 80s, 90s coming up, even through the 90s?
Yeah, man. Well, it's through the 90s, as a young youth man, these were places where used to frequent, like John's Records on Church Avenue and so forward. And we see these black businesses in the community, as far as Rastafari businesses, like I said, through the music and the cultural like influence, things like red, gold, and green and banners were flying off of the shelves and things like that. Books and clothes, everything associated with the red, gold, and green was flying off of the shelf at that time.
Yeah. That was the
So
late 90s.
like late 90s, yeah.
That was
This is
rise of
when
Algie,
I'm
Sizzler, Anthony B, them time there.
bullseye, yeah.
This is culture sound, a Rastaman sound. Positive sound.
Culture sound system with DJ Culcha Fara TG.
And now you're in tune to the culture sound, Rasta sound.
Culture sound, because I'm DJ Culcha Fara TG.
I help coming from the true living eyes, Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the First, who created Zion and earth. He shall not suffer and I foot to be moved. I hold, he that keepeth Ethiopia shall neither slumber nor sleep. Well, youths in the streets right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. One bad police right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. No justice, no peace right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. The fire not cease right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. The youths them rise against brutality, man a kill another man for your salary. Them train them at the shooting gallery, black and loot, you might lose all your family. Them defend white supremacy, so them see the African as them enemy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say culture sound
like this for centuries, them sick mentally. That's why we have the out in the streets right now. Riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. One bad police right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. No justice, no peace right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. The fire not cease right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. Them said them tired of the looting, I and I tired of them shooting. Ku Klux Klan they recruiting, then them dress up in a blue suit and they're brutalizing our youths. Them no court, they just execute them till the people start learn the truth. And the black youth go strap on them Gideon boot and them out in the streets right now. Riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. One bad police right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. No justice, no peace right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down. The fire not cease right now, riots in your town now, Babylon them burning down.
Now this is the original
feeling their responsibility to lead the youth them to a brighter future. Well, I and I hear the conquering line of the tribe of Judah, Earth's rightful ruler. Not just to free Ras Tafari crowd, unconquerable. We come to tell them about Babylon, they're falling down.
Alright, in a culture sound, you owe me $1 million, but give
we
it
come to tell them out the way Ras Tafari